You can see that anybody who's been following the full self-driving beta closely will see that the rate of disengagements has been dropping rapidly. So, like a disengagement be where the driver intervenes to prevent the car from doing something dangerous potentially. So, the interventions, per million miles has been dropping dramatically. At some point, and that trend looks like it happens next year, is that the probability of an accident on FSD is less than that of the average human, and then significantly less than that of the average human.
Anyone who has been paying careful attention to the full self-driving FSD beta program will notice that the rate of disengagements has been rapidly declining. When a driver disengages, it means they stop the car from performing something that could be hazardous. There has been a sharp decline in the number of interventions per million miles. The likelihood of an accident on FSD will eventually drop below that of the average human, and then considerably below that of the typical human, and that tendency appears to indicate that it will happen in the upcoming year. This is the moment that Tesla investors have been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Is it time for full self-driving Tesla to make a splash? Elon Musk appears to think so. Version 12 began to be rolled out yesterday night, and the anticipation is strong. Better still, early feedback points to a huge success. Additionally, this isn't just from the typical beta testers. Tesla has approached the rollout in a haphazard manner for the first time. Smoother, more human-like driving is being reported by many drivers. The autos are managing edge scenarios remarkably better than in the past. Today, we're delving deeply into AI and robots to provide insights into this revolutionary advancement. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to Tesla Stock News before continuing. Let's get going now. The car industry is taking notice of Tesla's full self-driving software, version 12. Users have reported increased acceleration and smoother functioning since installing this update, which significantly improves performance. It's a significant improvement to the whole driving experience. V12 is unique in that it has adaptive navigation. The system is incredibly flexible when it comes to addressing different types of obstacles. It can confidently approach stop signs or handle speed bumps with ease. This adaptability demonstrates Tesla's dedication to improving autonomous vehicle technologies. Early user input, however, presents a conflicting image. Although some users highlight the system's improvements, others point out hesitation, especially at green lights. This emphasizes the necessity for constant improvement and the continued difficulties in completing autonomous driving technologies. Despite these obstacles, Tesla is moving forward with its growth objectives. The launch of V12 in Canada and other countries indicates that autonomous driving technology is getting more widespread use. For Tesla and its users, this expansion means new chances and possibilities. There's a lot of hope about the future. There is enthusiasm over the potential of V12 and the larger FSD program. Despite the early challenges, there is a great deal of hope for additional improvements and developments that will lead to complete autonomy in the end. The release of Tesla's V12 FSD is a big step forward in the development of autonomous vehicles. Even though there are obstacles to be solved, V12 is leading the way in the direction of safer, more effective, and eventually completely autonomous driving experiences. So the future is bright. Let's now examine the main ideas. First, version 12 is reportedly being distributed to staff and specific groups, according to TeslaScope, a program that many Tesla owners use to track upgrades. The randomized distribution, which includes variants for both Hardware 3 and Hardware 4, is remarkable. This is not how beta testing is usually conducted. How do you feel about this? Prior to getting into that, it's important to note that TeslaScope has verified that the update is now available for cars outside of California, which is a big step forward. This implies that Tesla has allayed early worries and is confident in expanding distribution. The fact that they're prepared to grant access to anybody besides reliable testers is encouraging. It's also positive that it's spreading across more ground in the United States. Version 12 has received overwhelmingly excellent first feedback, which is not surprising considering the move away from heuristic network architecture. Even though it's resolving a lot of the current problems, more failure modes could yet be discovered. It will take time for users to properly explore these new intricacies. Therefore, even though it's not a panacea, it's a significant advancement. Version 12 seems to address a lot of issues and provides better performance in managing edge circumstances that were problematic for earlier iterations. Both fans of driverless vehicles and Teslas are in for an exciting time. Elon Musk is upbeat and suggests that this might be a turning point. An astute observer of Tesla upgrades foresees a breakthrough in autonomous driving that could rival the ChatGPT moment. Elon's support of this viewpoint heightens the anticipation for the release. At first, opinions were divided. Omar, who was among the first people outside of Tesla staff to use version 12, expressed dissatisfaction. In comparison with earlier prototypes, he thought it was reluctant and slow. It's crucial to remember, though, that early iterations frequently erred on the side of caution. Rain may also have a role because it poses a special difficulty for the system. Adding random beta testers to the user pool requires greater caution to maintain security. Finding a balance between prudent deployment and user happiness is the aim. Tesla AI Girl, who received version 12, talks about her great experience and highlights enhancements to acceleration and stop sign recognition. The variety of user experiences highlights how difficult it is to distribute updates among various versions. Let's now investigate a few edge cases. Arthur's demonstration of version 12's U-turn capabilities highlights the system's learning capabilities. According to Peril Jane, an AI engineer at Tesla, this feature arose from the AI's comprehension of how people drive, rather than being specifically coded. This self-learning capability improves overall system safety and expedites the integration of new features. AI Driver, another user, commends version 12 on how well it handled a significant incline in the road, an issue the system had previously struggled with. This adaptable reaction to practical difficulties is a noteworthy advancement. The way that version 12 handles exciting Omar's compound is another example of how the system has evolved. Version 12 essentially marks a paradigm change in autonomous driving by utilizing AI to handle challenging driving situations. These practical demonstrations show off the system's flexibility and ongoing development, paving the way for safer and more effective driving experiences in the future. In his first thoughts, Arthur from X praises the enhanced performance and seamless handling over earlier iterations. He observes improved motorway acceleration and faultless speed bump navigation. Even with a small glitch at a stop sign, Arthur is generally pleased with version 12's capabilities. To see it in action, let's watch his video. We saw the smooth operation and flawless acceleration while watching Arthur drive, especially in the Sacramento region of California. A noteworthy modification has occurred, though, as many users are rather disappointed since they can no longer eliminate the nag by using the scroll wheel. We witness cautious, possibly too so, behavior as Arthur maneuvers through a three-way stop sign as the system takes longer than anticipated. Although this increased caution is safety-related, some users who are used to receiving responses more quickly may find it frustrating. Going on to user input, Francis highlights enhanced acceleration and seamless operation in his positive experiences with version 12. In a similar vein, Sat commends the system's flexibility, especially in areas under development where it may easily modify speed in reaction to irregularities. Pete, another user who trains FSD, gets conflicting comments from an unidentified follower. Although there have been significant improvements, the system still occasionally crashes, though not as frequently as in prior iterations. Pete draws attention to a number of important points, one of which is the wife test, which emphasizes the significance of winning over less seasoned customers. This emphasizes how important it is to give all users, not just seasoned testers, confidence. The key to version 12's success is its capacity to simulate human driving behavior by taking lessons from actual situations. The system's advancement is evident, even though there is still room for development. This bodes well for safer and more user-friendly autonomous driving experiences in the future. Another user is sharing their first disk, which is running version 12. There are some noticeable changes, such improved acceleration and smoother functioning, but there is also a little amount of hesitation in specific situations, like at stop signs. Let's watch the video to see how it functions in real life. Observing the driving, we note a cautious attitude that may have been brought on by the rain. This time, the auto wipers with neural net integration seem to be less efficient, which makes bad weather even more of a problem. Early user response indicates general satisfaction with version 12, despite these modest difficulties. Its fluidity and handling of edge cases, such confidently going around stop signs and speed bumps, have impressed a lot of users. Still, there are a few hesitant moments that need to be improved, especially when there are green lights. Notwithstanding these obstacles, people continue to have high hopes for V12 and the larger FSD initiative. The system's adaptability is praiseworthy as Tesla continues to demonstrate its dedication to improving autonomous driving technologies. Users like how much better the system performs and how easily it can adapt to different driving situations. Beyond the initial release, Tesla intends to increase V12's availability. The news of FSD's introduction into Canada and other countries marks a major advancement in the democratization of autonomous driving technology. This expansion will speed up the adoption of FSD by giving more people access to the most recent developments in the field. Expectations for autonomous driving in the future are high as consumers keep providing input and Tesla keeps improving the software. Every upgrade brings V12 one step closer to complete autonomy, ensuring that all Tesla owners will have safer and more effective driving experiences. Given that FSD is about to launch, Rohan Patel's reaction suggests that efforts are being made to make the product available outside of the United States. There are a few crucial areas to keep an eye on in the near future. First, the rate at which updates are made will show how well the system is performing as it is being refined. Furthermore, the diversification of the beta tester pool and its geographic accessibility will offer valuable perspectives on its flexibility under varying driving conditions. Last but not least, the idea of the ChatGPT moment is fascinating. This describes a notable rise in the number of users who are suffering FSD, which may have been made possible by a free trial or a discounted subscription price. Reaching this milestone could lead to broader adoption of the technology and demonstrate trust in its safety. Although version 12 is still in its early stages, first impressions are encouraging. We'll keep a careful eye on its progress towards complete autonomy as updates come out and availability grows.